Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. What's going on, Pile 1? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. My name is Michelle. We're doing a pick a card love reading. We are tapping in and channeling through what is going on with your person, okay? So this may more than likely resonate most with those of you where maybe you're not like either talking to your person or you're in separation, or maybe they've withdrawn their energy, okay? We're going to come at it more from that angle, but again, you know, just apply the information as it fits according to your situation, okay? Just keep in mind this is a general reading, so it's a collective reading. Anything that resonates, take it. You can do whatever you want with it. If something isn't resonating or it just isn't quite landing, just drop that bit of information or that message and leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating with, okay? I do have personal readings available, you guys. If you want me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection, just check the description box below. All the booking details are there. There's a lot of readings available in the specific person category, and many of them are just $25, so go check them out, see what's available, see which ones most fit your needs, okay? Pile 1, you were drawn to the Spiritite, the Mexican Spiritite. The overall energy your person is in right now, just overall, right, with life in general, we have regeneration in the reverse. And so this is automatically giving me energies of somebody, oh, I'm seeing both the Death and the Tower card. There's regeneration in the reverse is carrying the energies of avoiding some kind of a necessary change, right? Everything has already been down, everything has already been burned down to rubble and burned down to shit, but your person is having a difficult time accepting it, moving on from it. And that might be because your person could be still very fresh in the middle of whatever that it could be shocking. Whatever happened to them, whatever broke down could have been shocking, and they're still kind of dealing in the shock with that, right? We have the Knight of Wands also showing up, the Six of Wands in the reverse. That feels like an ego, a blow to the ego or a blow to the pride, okay? I'm hearing they didn't see it coming, whatever it is, and we'll delve deeper to see if we can discern what's going on, because something in your person's life that was very important to them has ended or is needing to end, okay? We also have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Let's look and see exactly. So we got the number 46 or the number 10. Yeah, that's an ending, okay? And I love that it's those numbers are adding up to a 10, which also breaks down into a 1. So yes, there's a death to something, but with that brings new beginning. But your person is kind of stuck in the death of whatever, you know, that is. It's like they're not quite ready to move on yet. Okay, they could be in the thick of it right now. Let's see, we got 46. Where is you at? Okay, the reversed meaning. This is endings come in many forms, and now is the time to stop holding on to what must die so that something better can take its place. Yeah, your person's still hanging on to whatever it is that's needing to die. It goes on to say that nature's cycles include disease, decay, death, and regeneration. Let whatever isn't working in your life die. Don't be afraid to face the facts. There is no need to struggle or grieve. Whatever your query, let it go. You're about to be reborn. And your person is, right now, this feels more like avoidance here with the Knight of Wands. Now, yeah, it's in the upright position. It could be worse. But with the Knight of Swords in the reverse, your person could also be very reactive. Maybe lashing out, or have a propensity to lash out. They may not be the very best person to be around right now, because they did suffer a blow to the ego. Okay, a blow to the pride. Let's see if we can find out what that was. Tell us more about what's going on in pile one's person's life. What's this energy about here? We got synchronicity. Oh, this was meant. Yeah, whatever this breaking down was, it needed to happen, and it was very fucking fast. And we even have drastic here. It says extreme, harsh, and cut off. Okay, I'm hearing that something that your person had come to really rely on was just, I'm hearing, automatically taken away. Yes, suddenly, but I don't know why it was like automatically taken away. It could be because that thing was supposed to. Maybe your person was using that thing or that person or that situation as a crutch, and now it's like, you know, they've been cut off. Your person's been cut off by something or someone. Okay, it's drastic. Like it says, extreme, harsh, and cut off. Synchronicities, the signs. Okay, with different numbers there, but I'd almost feel like your person's not without help. You know, their higher self and the universe, or their spirit guides, God, source, whatever, is trying to send your person, like, you know, because like the street signs, like your person has, there's a way out of whatever this mess is, and they are being given the signs and the directions that they need to go. We'll look at it and see what else is going on with that. Well, you know, and I like that that's showing up under the Knight of Wands, because you know, a knight is action, it is movement, it is progress. Let's see what else is coming out. Tell me more about what's going on in pile one's person's life. What is this all about? Pop up. Yes, look, unexpected, spontaneous, a surprise visit. Okay. Oh, person's going through. Ooh, and then at the bottom of the deck, we got legal, court paperwork filed. Okay, and your person could be being sued right now. They could be dealing with some kind of a legal issue that popped up. They could be dealing with, you know, pop-up visits from people in the courts. They could be being subpoenaed. What do they call that when they're being summoned? Okay. Yeah, they could be, they could be being sued. Yikes. All right, what's going on with synchronicities? Tell me more about that. Whoa. Yeah, your person is, you know, the universe, or your person's higher self is trying to help your person offload some of these, you know, these worries and these anxieties, and is trying to, and you know, the fact that we do have the Knight of Wands in the upright position, yeah, your person's going through it, but they are almost receiving some kind of help, and it feels divine. Okay. Because whatever this is that has been cut off, it needed to be cut off. It's part of the plan, is what I'm hearing. But that's not, you know, that doesn't mean that that's not gonna, you know, trigger some harsh feelings, you know, feelings of worry and anxiety and stuff like that. Okay. Tell me about this spontaneous, unexpected surprise visit. Yeah, it could be a Queen of Wands in the reverse kind of an energy. Somebody who's jealous. I'm hearing lazy. Somebody who's someone who's jealous, lazy, vindictive even. Oh man, this could be third party energy, okay? You know, a third party to you, I should say. Maybe not necessarily a third party to your person, but there's, you know, for some of you, your person is being sued. They're being taken to court over something. Yeah. Having to deal with paperwork and documents and legal stuff and official stuff, and they're needing like stamped documents and notarizations and stuff like that. Tell me about drastic, extreme, harsh, and cut off. What's that about for pile? What's going on in pile one's person's life? Your person's going through it. They're supposed to. This is part of the journey, but your person's not having an easy time of it. Tell me more about drastic. Ooh. Still trying to keep the peace, but you know, the fact that we do have so this lets me know whatever this is, whoever they're involved with is trying to keep things civil. So, I mean, it's, yeah, your person is feeling tense, but it doesn't, if there is a third party involved, and third parties are not always romantic, but this does feel like, you know, a third party in terms of a person, whoever they're being sued by, like they're trying to keep it civil, okay? Whoever like cut your person off, it's, you know, you see what I'm saying? So that lets me know that whoever is coming up against your person for whatever reason, there's some justice to that. There's some, you know, it's not unwarranted. If your person is being sued, it's because they didn't hold up their end on something, or whatever the case may be. Your person was cut off because they needed to be. This isn't indicative of someone just trying to seek revenge on your person. It's just like whoever is doing this, it's like they just want what's due them, right? They just want what's owed to them. But, you know, these other energies your person is involved with are trying to do it civil, right? This isn't about revenge is what I'm hearing. Seven of Wands at the back of the deck is just like defending what's mine, standing up for myself, standing on business and standing my ground, right? This is what the third party energy is doing, okay? So not cutthroat necessarily. I mean, that Queen of Wands in the reverse energy, the motivation could be there. There could be jealousy there, but somehow that person is still just trying to keep it civil, right? So this can be someone that your person can only speak to through like moderators, or through lawyers, or, you know, through very civil means, okay? Let's find out now. That's just an overall. Let's find out what they have to say to you, if anything. What messages do you have for pile one? Pile one's person. What messages do you have for pile one? Pile one's person. What messages do they have for pile one? Messages, if any, do they have for pile one? Okay, we got, you're exactly what I'm looking for in a life partner. So that's still true. Whether this is somebody, you know, you're still somewhat in contact with, or whether this is somebody who you haven't spoken to for a while, this is still true today, right? You know, they do see you as somebody, as an ideal, right, partner, an ideal match for them. Your messages to pile one, please. I don't know what I want. Yeah, and it is very difficult for your person in this energy, or anybody going through a very, I'm hearing catastrophic tower moment. That's how your person feels about it anyway, right? It's going to be very difficult for them when they're in survival mode to try to figure out what it is they want with you, okay? Moving slow but making progress. Yeah, it's a growing process. I'm hearing it's a grow. What do they call it? It's a growing. I'm hearing growing pains. These are growing pains. The person's going through it. At the bottom of the deck, we have I only want you. Okay, I'm laughing now because for those of you where this is for those of you where this is a third party situation that involves a romantic third party, and that's what this regeneration in reverse is about them like maybe possibly leaving, a connection that they're in now. It's almost like, for those of you where that storyline resonates, it's like their experience with that person has really put into perspective what it is that they had with you, or what it was that they had with you. Now they're kind of in this energy of like, I only want you, right? But let me see, because back of the deck energies can go several different ways. It's never the strongest of energies, though. Tell me about I only want you showing up at the back of the deck. Is this an active energy now? Is I only want you, is that an active energy now? Oh, okay. Well, listen, because we have here I don't know what I want, right? Coming out, and that is an active energy because it's out on the board. And then we have I only want you. And there's a question that's very destabilized, right? That's a very iffy kind of an energy showing up at the back of the deck. It's not strong. I only want you. Are you questioning that now? Or is that, what's going on with I only want you showing up at the back of the deck? Oh, yeah. Judgment. Whoa, okay. There's a big question mark on that. Obviously, there's still some influence with that, with your person only wanting you, but and judgment can also talk about resurrecting, breathing new life into something, right? But the thing is they don't know, because of I don't know what I want, right? They don't know if that's the best move to make, and they're not going to know exactly what move to make at this point in time, as long as they're in this regeneration and reverse energy. They're not going to know what they want until after, at some point after the dust settles. Let's see, what else do we got? We're going to get 3 cards from the Messengers of the Heart deck, and then we'll close your guys' reading. While I'm getting these messages out, you guys, if this reading is resonating, do me a favor, smash the like button if you got, if you got from this reading what you came here for. You definitely smash the like button. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it's resonating. If you haven't become part of the family yet, you can do so by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. All right, you guys. Pile 1's person. What do you want Pile 1 to know? What do they want Pile 1? What do they want Pile 1 to know? What does Pile 1's person want Pile 1 to know? Divinely guided. And it's coming right out on top of synchronicities, okay? Ooh, man. This is divinely guided. You've met your divine flame. Just follow the signs to your soul and everything will occur. Okay. And that might be it. If you're the person they're supposed to be with, and keep in mind, you guys, we can make all kinds of, soul contracts and stuff like that. But, they're not always, contracts are not always fulfilled during a lifetime. It just depends on, decisions, right? But this almost feels like they're being rerouted over to you. And that would happen if your person has set any kind of an intention, whether it was, they were conscious of it or not. Like if they said something like, I just want to be happy, right? So if they got themselves into some kind of a situation that may have taken them away from you, and at any point in time, if your person just said to themselves, I just want to be happy, right? Then things are going to start popping off in your person's life that was keeping them from that intention. And if there was a soul contract between the two of you before you guys incarnated, to spend this life together or to be together or something, if there was anything in your guys' soul contract that was unfulfilled, then whatever intention they set activated that soul contract. I feel like that was activated anyway, regardless of whether or not that soul contract was with you. But that could have been very much it. Your person could have just said, I just want to be happy. That's all I want in this life, is just to be happy. And because they set that intention, things went to work in their life to remove everything that was blocking them from happiness. But they may not have any idea that that's what's going on here, right? For some of you, though, I do feel, that your person, I don't know if they're being divinely routed towards you, okay? But they are being divinely routed away from whatever this situation is that was not in alignment with some intention that your person set, whether it was conscious or unconscious, okay? Give me a couple more. What do you want pile 1 to know? What does pile 1's person want pile 1 to know? But I will say, you guys, definitely employ your own intuition. For some of you, that is going to resonate. For some of you, they're supposed to be with you, okay? You guys still have some kind of a divine soul contract that has yet to be fulfilled. And that's what's going on here. Your person is being redirected and rerouted in your direction because you guys still haven't finished business. You're gonna just know if that's true for you or not, okay? Let's get a couple more. The signs will be there for you to know whether or not that's accurate for you specifically. This says watching you, but it's showing up in the reverse. In the upright position, it says they've been watching your social media to see what you post and get clues to know how to approach you, but it is showing up in the reverse. Oh, that might be why. They might be cut off because it's showing up right on top of drastic, extreme, harsh, and cut off. They may want to watch you because these are messages to you directly, but you could have them blocked. You could be the one that cut them off, okay? I don't know. They could just be feeling cut off from everything and everyone. They're just in a really kind of I don't want to say it's a messed up situation. That's how they're feeling about it. That might be how they would describe it, though. I'll look more at that to see why that's showing up in the reverse, especially on top of, a drastic, extreme, harsh, and cut off. Tell me, give me one more. What do you want, pile? Oh, there's 2 of these that wanted to come out. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have leap of faith. They did not expect this love to run this deep. They're putting their pride aside and taking that leap of faith. Again, this is a very general reading. There's different people, different statuses. All of y'all are not. Some of y'all haven't talked to your person in years, right? And so this is kind of more general. This leap of faith could just be your person needing to, at some point when they're ready to pick themselves up from whatever the rubble is of what just broke down and make that leap towards that new beginning. But right now I still see them sitting in the midst of the ashes, just trying to come to terms with what is and what ended, and trying to find the space within them to accept it, really. We also see we have old wounds. It says their unhealed childhood wounds prevent them from forming meaningful and long-lasting relationships, but that came out with divine truth, which says we're helping this connection evolve to see things as they really are. Okay, and bring light to all. See, so some of the stuff that's happening here, whether your person is consciously aware of it or not, is bringing up a lot of old sticky wounding. Okay. That has been getting in the way of your person maybe being able to live a life that they really feel truly happy with and passionate about. And there's a lot a lot of help coming in from the universe and their higher self and like spirit guides and stuff, trying to guide them in the right direction. Trying to provide, you know, like what direction to go in and stuff like that. Let me find out what's going on. It's funny that that showed up too with pop up. Like a lot of these old woundings are popping up in some way. Okay, for your person, for the purposes of your person to like integrate it, to face it and heal it and stuff like that. What is going on with watching you showing up in the reverse? We got the Fool in the reverse, which goes right against that leap of faith, right? Because the leap of faith would be the Fool in the upright position, but we have, this is almost your person being afraid to look on your social media. Like the curiosity might be there, but they're almost afraid to go see maybe what is being said about you, what's being said about them. Your person could also just be taking a hiatus off of, you know, social media altogether. That's what feels most true. Is your person's, they're not watching you on social media because they're not on social media right now. This almost feels like a precursor. I'm not feeling hermit energy in your person yet. That's where they need to go. I feel like that's where they're headed. But they could be so immersed in whatever this regeneration and reverse energy is that they can't even, like, everything else is being like blocked out because they're in the ashes of whatever just broke down. We have Aquarius energy coming through. We also have Cancer and Pisces with the Fool and the Moon in the reverse here. This is also carrying energies of your person hiding out. Okay, hiding out. So, I mean, if you're not hearing from your person, again, this is a very general reading. Some of you, you know, you're not hearing from your person because you guys haven't been in contact or in communication for quite some time, right? But for those of you where you were in communication and just communication dropped off, your person is dealing with some pretty heavy shit. All right, pile one, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading by pile one. What's going on, pile two? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. What's up? We're back doing another Pick a Card Love reading. We're tapping in and channeling through what's going on with your person, what's happening in their life. And so this might resonate for those of you where you're not talking to your person, the lines of communication have broken down for whatever reason, or you're in separation, right? So we're going to be hitting it from that standpoint. But either way, you know, there's still going to be messages here for you if you were drawn to this pile. So just put, you know, everything as it fits into your specific situation. Yeah, just so keep in mind, it's a general collective love reading. So if something's resonating, you know, do whatever you want with it. Claim it if you want to. If something isn't quite landing, just drop that bit of information or that message and just leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating with. All right. I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. All the booking details are in the description box below. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25. So go see which ones fit your guys' needs. You were drawn to the Red Garnet. You can't, I know, it's like, it looks so dark. But I'm like, every time I use this one, I don't know why I do this to myself. Because I'm like, I always want to see like, yeah, the actual red in it. I don't even know if you guys can see that. Can you see the red on that? It's so pretty. Anyway. It's Red Garnet, I swear. It's so dark though. Let's find out the overall energy that your person is in. That's how you guys know I love you, because I want to share stuff like that with you. Otherwise I wouldn't give a fuck. I won't care, okay? Let's see, those are my Sag. That's all my placements. It just is what it is. All right, so we have loyal heart in the reverse. This is your person's overall energy that they're just in, their overall mood, right? We got loyal heart in the reverse. Let's see, the number 35 could be significant, or the number 8. We also have showing up, we got the 2 of Swords, the 9 of Cups in the reverse, and then we also have the Ace of Wands. Oh, what is going on with loyal heart here in the reverse? Let me look at 35. Okay. Loyal heart in the reverse, it says, are you stubborn or overly tenacious about an idea, or have you become so attached to something that you just don't know how to let it go? Could it be that it's become so much a part of you that you wouldn't know who you are without it? Now is the time to look at outdated beliefs, old ideas, and misplaced loyalties. Betrayal is only a signal. Ooh, okay. Ooh, there's some tea here, and this tea is piping hot, pile 2. I'm hoping this isn't in regards to you, okay? Because this is talking about, like, your person feeling very disappointed, maybe even feeling stabbed in the back, okay? This is their energy that they're in. And so the fact that this is talking about betrayal, this is your person feeling betrayed, feeling let down, feeling disappointed. Betrayal is only a signal that it is time to prune away all who don't deserve your trust and have no place in your life. Be new, think new, and open your heart to new things and new possibilities. Let go of the old and all of your attachments. Spirit has awesome plans for you. So make some room, okay? Yeah, your person, whoa. Now they're kind of in the space of not being quite sure. Like, now they're looking at whatever this is, and we'll find out some more details about what that might be in relation to, but being very undecided about what they're going to be doing. They could have even blocked this person here with the 2 of Swords, or whomever they're feeling betrayed by. It doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be romantic, right? But there is definitely a betrayal in your person's energy, that betrayal against them, right? A 9 of Cups in the reverse, not feeling satisfied, not feeling fulfilled, feeling like something's missing. And then we have the Ace of Wands here in the upright position. So this is a new beginning, right? There's a spark of hope there. All is not lost, basically, is in your person's energy. We'll see what's happening here. Tell me more about what's going on in pile 2's person. There's definitely a new beginning here. I don't know, though. We'll see. Tell me more about what's going on in pile 2's person's life. For some of you, whatever this betrayal is, it doesn't necessarily have to be that deep, okay? There's not any kind of like tower energy coming through. When I say betrayal, like, it's not that deep. It could be something like, you know, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like, I don't know. Let's find out. I'm getting that it's not that deep, okay? There could be a falling out between them and maybe like a friend of theirs or a family member, maybe between them and a coworker. It doesn't feel like it's between them and like maybe, you know, a third party, like a romantic third party, right? Well, let's see what's going on. Pile 2's person, what's going on with this loyal heart in reverse here? Soulmate, okay. It is what it is. A similar friendship, romantic partner. Again, I will do some clarifying to find out what's going on. I'll try not to make it too specific, because there's a lot of different energies tuning in, right? A lot of situations are going to be different, but it is involving a person, okay? Obviously, I don't think you can really be betrayed by anything other than a person. Let's get a couple more. But it is somebody that your person holds very close to their heart, okay? So it could be it could be that they feel, that's not the strongest of energies, is what I'll say, because I'm hearing it's not that deep, okay? So for many of you, if you're in separation from your person and you know that they're committed to somebody else, it's more than likely that's not the person. Most likely that's not the person they're feeling betrayed by. This feels more family. This feels family in terms of like, parents, sisters, cousins, siblings, stuff like that. Or friend, like a friendship base, or a coworker, or a boss, or something like that. Let's see a couple more. What's going on in pile two's person's life right now? There's a situation that they're in, a situation or a relationship or a connection that they're in that is no longer fulfilling, that they're contemplating on whether they need to walk away and go in a whole new different direction. Okay. It's not a coworker, sorry, because it's unless they do have a very close bond or a friendship with somebody at work. This is somebody that's close to their heart, okay, that they were let down by recently, I'm hearing. So let's see, moving, physical, location change, okay. And that's coming out right underneath the Nine of Cups in the reverse, and I literally just heard there's trouble in paradise. And so for some of you where it does trek, it could be that there is trouble at home, on the home front, okay. But for some reason I keep hearing it's not that deep. Yeah, there's betrayal here. Maybe they felt let down or disappointed, but maybe it's not that deep and like they weren't cheated on. Maybe they do feel stabbed in the back, but maybe they were blowing it out of proportion or something like that. Let's find out more. It doesn't, yeah, it's so weird because I am picking up on the energies of where your person was let down and they're disappointed and stuff like that, but I'm also hearing like it's not that deep. Okay, it's not catastrophic. I just saw family. The card, family. Give me one more. What's going on in pile two's person's life that's causing this loyal heart energy in reverse, please? Oh, legal. Okay, yeah. That might be why they're feeling stabbed in the back. I don't know if they're being sued for something. We got court, paperwork, and filed. Oh, we got bounty hunter at the back of the deck. Oh my gosh. So if this feels more like maybe your person feeling let down and maybe betrayed because somebody like asked them for the money, different scenarios are coming through. Your person might feel like disappointed and let down because someone they owe money to has come to collect. It's something like that, and that might be why your person is saying it's not that deep, right? It's not this big dark betrayal, but there is some kind of a disagreement or something. For some reason your person is feeling betrayed, right? I guess there's different levels to that, to feeling betrayed or feeling let down, like, wow, why would you do that? Or why would you do that now of all times? Is that kind of a thing. There could be a roommate situation here going on. This could be literal. This could be very specific. This is a very specific message. For some of you, your person is being kicked out of a place that they maybe have been renting because it's been sold to an owner that wants to live there, right? So they could be in the middle of, in that soulmate thing too. For those of you where that resonates, it's not necessarily a person that they felt, connected to. It could be, if they're having to move out of their house for whatever reason, or the place that they've called their home for a while because somebody else has taken over. Yeah, that's definitely there. Something about legal, real estate. We got bounty hunter with chaser and hot pursuit. And there's some tea here, you guys. So let's see what's going on. And then of course with garnet here, red garnet, that's root chakra energy. And so your person's sense of safety, or your person's sense of tribe, can be being called into question right now for some reason. They're definitely looking at somebody different right now. They're looking at some kind of a connection different as a result of this. Feels like somebody's chasing them for like back rent or for money that they're owed or something like that, and your person's looking at this person like, could your timing be any more off? You know, it's not so much your person saying like, you know, not wanting to pay that person back, and they could, but there's almost like this thing like, you know, the problems that I'm dealing with, you know, that, you know, I'm in a difficult, I'm in the middle of a rough patch. Why are you doing this now? Right? It's that kind of an energy. Sold says moving, physical, location change. Legal says court, paperwork filed. Let's do some digging, just a little. Tell me more about soulmate. Now, this is going to be the main energies, right? Again, this is not going to resonate for everybody, but tell me more about soulmate. Soulmate says similar, friendship, romantic partner. Tell me more about soulmate. Okay, this is somebody they're attracted to. So, I mean, it could be, right? It may not be somebody that they're physically with now, but it is somebody that there's attraction there. But that connection is very much being called into question. Your person is questioning that, you know, that person's loyalty, that person's whatever. Tell me more about the King of Wands as it explains soulmate. Oh, okay. I take that back. Well, no, I mean, maybe not necessarily. But look, we got the King of Wands, which can signify attraction, passion, interest. And then we have the Ace of Cups, okay? Clarifying soulmate. This is somebody that your person has a lot of love for. And there is even physical attraction denoted here. It just is what it is. But there's something that they're feeling undecided about when it comes. And then I just saw the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck after all of that. Wow. Okay. Tell me more about the Two of Swords. Then indecisive about what? Oh, okay. Where their responsibilities should go. It's just so weird because of the energy that's coming through, and your person is like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. And so I don't know. You know, I don't know. That's just so strange. That's why I wasn't really feeling or connecting with it being like a romantic partner or somebody that your person is currently dating, because of the messages and the energies that are coming through. And, you know, that's so weird. That might just be your person's, I don't know, that just might be how they're, you know, if that is the case, if it is a romantic partner, it's like your person's trying to figure out, like, do I leave this connection or do I move on? It's not what I thought it was. It's not, you know, it's that kind of an energy, especially with the Nine of Cups in the reverse. It's like there's something missing here. This is no longer emotionally fulfilling. You know, do I want to leave this behind and maybe go in search of something that feels more aligned to me and more alive with that Ace of Wands, right? Tell me about sold. Tell me more about sold. There's the King of Wands again. Your person feels like they might be initiating all of this. If your person's moving out, it's they initiated it. They're not being kicked out. These are decisions your person is making as a result of whatever they feel was done against them. This could be your person filing paperwork against somebody else. Ooh, I'm telling you, we're getting some tea, okay? Because your person is constantly showing up in this very cool, somewhat detached, I'm not too worried about it, you know, it's not that big of a deal, you know, as well as King of Wands energy. This is the second time this come out. And so your person, if there's any changes, like big changes going on in their life, they are initiating it, but it feels like it's in response to something. Okay? Tell me more about legal. There's the King of Wands again, okay? Wow, yeah, this is your person. Yes, they're dealing with maybe having to relocate, or having to sell a house or move out, or having to deal with court stuff and paperwork and documents, but your person is initiating it. They're initiating it. Moon in the reverse. Something was revealed to them. They're no longer in the dark about something. Okay? I just saw the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. They're no longer putting in work. Whatever this loyal heart in reverse energy, whoever the soulmate energy is in reverse to, or is in regards to, your person they're not putting any energy into it anymore. And the energy that's coming up about where your person feels so detached and so calm, cool, and collected, like it's not that big of a deal, it's not that deep, and blah blah blah. Your person could just be over it. They could just be over it. And that's why, yeah, they are talking much about like a romantic connection, leaving some kind of a connection behind. And they're coming through in this, it's not that deep, right? Like your person, in other words, it's like, yeah, they feel betrayed, but they're not devastated. And I don't know if that's coming through like authentically, if they're really just over it, or if that's them just trying to save face. Okay. Let's see. Let's find out now their messages to you. Messages to pile 2, please. One more shuffle, that's it. Just one more. Yeah. All right. Their messages to pile 2, please. Pile 2's person. Their messages to pile 2. What do they want pile 2 to know? No regrets. That's the energy I feel them in. Like when they're like in this energy of being like, it's not that deep. Your person is like, they don't have any regrets. They're not thinking about it that deeply, right? It just is what it is. They're dealing with it. It just is what it is. They're not putting any more thought or emotion or energy or whatever. They're just dealing with the situation at hand. And when it's done, they're on to the next, whatever this Ace of Wands energy here signifies, right? Something ended or something is ending. They're having to walk away from something. It is what it is. I'm seeing them just kind of like clean their hands of it and move on. What do you want pile 2 to know? Sticking to your boundaries equals mad respect. Yeah. You put your foot down about something. You stood up for yourself. Maybe you walked away from them, right? But they respect you. Whatever the case may be, your person respects you because they see you respecting yourself, right? You have standards. You have morals. You have boundaries that you stick to. You don't let anybody just walk all over you, and they like that about you. They respect that about you. What do you want pile 2 to know? Oh, I just saw this. Bounty hunter and legal. Your person, there might be restraining orders active here. Your person may have filed like a restraining order against somebody. Whew, man. I'm telling you, there's some tea here, you guys. And your person is literally trying to minimize it. That's what it feels like. Or they could literally just see it like that. Like, yeah, they got to put a restraining order on someone, but it's whatever. It's like they're not putting any more time, effort, energy, focus, attention on it more than what it needs to be. They're just dealing with it. And then when they deal with it, they're going to move on. Okay? Their messages to pile 3 or 2. Their messages to pile 2, please. As long as you love me and we're happy, who cares what you think, or who cares what they think? Who cares what they think? My bad. At the bottom of the deck, we have I am not ready. Okay, we'll see what that's about. I'm not ready. Does this have anything to do with pile 2? I'm not ready. Does that have anything to have to do with pile 2? Yeah, it does. Oh, there's a King of Wands again. Holy shit. They're not ready to take action towards you. Okay. They're not. For some of you, that's going to resonate because you haven't maybe talked to this person for a while. If this is someone that, you are awaiting some kind of communication with, it's like they're not ready to take any action towards you yet, okay? They're just not in the space for it. With as long as you love me and we're happy, this feels more like a generalized energy. This is kind of the energy that your person's in. That's like, they're not allowing themselves to really get too hyper. They're not allowing themselves to be influenced by what's happening around them. It just is what it is. It's a very detached energy, right? Not dismissive, because they are handling business and they're even standing on business. But this is one of those things where they're like, it doesn't do, the energy that your person's coming through with whatever in regards to what they're dealing with. And this just feels like maybe an overall energy. This is how they deal with things. It's like, if I can't change it, like what is worrying about it going to do? It's like they're going to take action that they can take. They're going to deal with the things in the way that they can. They're going to handle the things that they control. And then whatever they can't control, they just, whatever. It's like, if I can't handle it, I'm just going to leave it up to the universe or whatever to deal with, right? And with as long as you love me and we're happy, who cares what they think? This is your person's overall energy. Who cares what they think? If I'm happy, and if I'm in a good space, who cares, right? But let me see, because these are messages to you. Why is this a message to pile 2? No, why is this a message? Tell me more about as long as you love me and we're happy, who cares what they think? And there's the Queen of Wands showing up. And you know what? Had I put the King of Wands back, the King of Wands may have shown up again. This is your person, like, they're not going to let anyone or anything knock them off their game or knock them out of their energy. It's like, your person's got their vibe. And they're kind of in the space of like, I'm not going to let anybody else disturb my peace. I'm not going to let anybody else or anything disturb my vibe. Your person has a level of faith that feels like, where it's just like they just kind of have, they could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. They could just have this natural, just this faith. They have a natural faith that everything is going to work out for the best and for the good of everyone involved. And so this is just your person, like, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to sit here and worry and pace and have all this anxiety about something that I have no control over. I'm just going to believe that it's going to work out in the best for my benefit and for the benefit of everybody involved, right? Yeah, let's see. Let's get some more. We're going to get 3 cards from the Messengers of the Heart deck. Yeah, and this card is coming out right on top of the Ace of Wands. Your person has an amazing, it's like a gift of faith. It's just this overall knowing that they have that everything is going to be okay no matter what. And that's where they stay. And they're not letting themselves be knocked out of that space by everything or whatever's happening around them. What do you want pile 2 to know? What does pile 2's person want pile 2? Unexpected. It says the answers you seek are coming, but when the universe arrives, it might be too late or you've moved on. We'll see. What do you want pile 2 to know? Pile 2, your person might know that it's too late for you and them. That's going to resonate for those of you where it's been a long time. You guys been in no communication or no contact or in separation for a while. Okay, we have leap of faith here. For those of you where you're checking in on somebody where you haven't been in separation for a long time, and I know that's relative to each person, right? If you are awaiting some kind of communication from this person, you know, it will probably arrive, but not when you want it. Or it's going to be, you might be waiting longer for communication from this person than what you were hoping for, okay? Let's get one more. What do you want pile 2 to know? Hopeful, but it is showing up in the reverse. All right. Yeah, when it comes to you specifically, they don't have a lot of hope or even expectations for reconciliation or reunion here. Not to say that they're not open to it. I don't know if they are. None of that energy is coming out here. This is a very general what's going on in their life kind of a reading, right? This says they are opening themselves up to love, allowing themselves to dream and plan because you give their life meaning. Yeah, they're not really opening themselves up to much, period. But I mean, in relation, in regards to you, you know, this could be them closing the door on the connection with you, or just, if not closing the door, just maybe leaving the door open, but not having a whole lot of faith, you know, or just a whole lot of, I'm not going to say faith, it's expectation. Your person is full of faith. They don't have a lot of expectation that, you know, anything is really going to come out of this connection with you for some reason, or that things can be mended between the two of you. You know, with leap of faith here, it says they didn't expect this love to run this deep. They're putting their pride aside and taking that leap of faith. You know, you could have, this almost feels like at the time that you guys met, you know, it wasn't expected. It could have been a case of just the right person, the wrong time, or just, you know, just wrong timing, period. At the bottom of the deck, we have Battle of the Wits. It says, until both of you learn to let your guards down and be vulnerable, this love will continue to be a battle, okay? All right, so for those of you where this is still fresh, you know, you guys are broken up or you're not talking, but it's been recent, right? It's not something where you've been in separation for years. If it's more recent, there still seems to be, there is a hesitancy in your person's energy to reconnect with you at this time. With unexpected here, yeah, you are going to be hearing from this person, but it's that message may take longer to make it to you than you were hoping. And it even says here, by the time it arrives, it might be too late. You may have already moved on, pile 2. You could be moved on right now, right? Yeah, I'm going to leave it there because, I mean, this can go in several different directions. So just put the messages where they fit according to your guys' situation. All right, pile 2. That was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, do me a favor. Take a moment, smash the like button for me. That is a beautiful way, wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel and to show your appreciation. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you want, and if you haven't already done so, you can do that by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement in pile 2. I will see you guys at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, guys. Pile 3, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle. We are doing another pick a card love reading. We are tapping in and channeling through what's going on with your person right now, okay? Just overall and in general. So this might resonate more for those of you where you're in separation with your person and, you know, you have no idea what's going on with them because you're not talking to them and you're just, you know, you want to figure out what's going on with them in their life, all right? Let's see, just keep in mind it's a general collective reading. So whatever resonates, you can do whatever you want with it. If something isn't quite landing, just drop it and leave it behind for whomever that bit of information or that message might resonate with. I do have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. Just check the description box below. All the booking details are there. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are only $25. So go see which ones fit your guys' needs. Okay, you guys were drawn to the Mookaite stone for pile 3. Let's find out what your person's overall mood, and energy is. We got flexible in the reverse. We also have the Knight of Cups in the reverse, the King of Swords in the upright position, and the Five of Wands in the reverse. Your person is very no drama right now, okay? But it's weird because they're in a very fixed and rigid state, okay, with flexible showing up in the reverse. Very shut off emotionally and just very head over heart, okay? They don't want any drama, I'm hearing them say. They're kind of in this mood or this energy, just not wanting any drama. I'm also hearing them say that they're sticking to themselves, okay? Some of you, it's not the strongest message coming through. Your person is even staying very close to home. They could be laying low for some reason. Pile 3 for what's going on with your person. Let's see, what else is going on? Tell me more about what's going on in pile 3's person's life right now. What's going on with pile 3's person right now? Oh, legal. This has come out for every single pile. Legal, court, paperwork filed. You know, if your person works in law enforcement or the justice, you know, legal judicial system, however it's said, they could just be doing a lot of working. And that might be why your person is very head over heart, especially with the King of Swords here. That can carry the energy of a very, you know, authoritative person. So, I mean, for some of you where it resonates, if your person's, I don't know, in some kind of like military or law enforcement, or if they're a lawyer or they work in the courthouse or whatever, right? It's like that's what's going on for the most part. Especially in this sense, it feels like, you know, your person, what do they call that? Desensitized. Your person could be in a very rigid, desensitized state right now. Overall, tell me more. What's going on with pile 3? And of course, that's very specific messages. So if that doesn't resonate, just hold on. Some more general messages will come through, okay, for what's going on with your person. You know, and legal, you know, if your person's not working in the court system, I mean, they just could be going through some legal battles right now. That could just be going on in the general collective right now. Isn't something new happening with Saturn at the time of this, at the time of recording? I feel like something's going on with Saturn. Like it just, I don't know. What is today? Today, and this may not be when the video is posted. The date that I'm filming it, though, is August the 15th, 2025. All right, let's see. What's going on with pile 3's person right now? What's going on with pile 3's person and pile 3's person's life right now? So, there we go. Okay. Access granted. I don't know. I feel like... all right, and then we have loss. Your person... Okay. What is going on here? Let's see. Access granted is social media, fake profile. I just heard fake profiling. We also have loss with ghosted, blocked, and cut off. Didn't I say hiding? It's right there. It says hiding. Yeah, you know, your person could be trying to dodge some kind of a summons or, you know, a subpoena, or what do they call those people, like from the sheriff's office that deliver like court documents, right? Like you have to appear in court. They could be dodging that person. What was at the back of the deck? I didn't even check that. Archangel Michael, protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. Whatever it is, your person is being highly... Wow, I'm picking up. I was going to say they're being highly protected, but what was wanting to come through is your person is being highly sought after. I don't know if your person's in some kind of trouble. Again, remember, we had the energy of your person just not wanting any drama, right? Wanting maybe, yeah, staying close to home, not want... For some of you, your person could be on house arrest. That's so specific, okay? Again, if that doesn't, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. For some of you, they could feel like they're on house arrest, especially if they're having to work from home for some reason. You know, access granted, that could also carry the energies of like remote access. And so maybe your person is working remotely from home a lot. They could feel like they are blocked off or cut off from the rest of the world. Your person could just be spending a lot of time at home for some reason. I'm hearing something about trying to play catch up. Maybe they lost some ground on something. Whatever the case may be, I feel like, especially with Archangel Michael here with protection, preventing from harm and divine intervention, I don't feel like they're on the wrong side of the law. Even if they are facing some legal battles, I don't feel like they're on the wrong side of it. Let's see. Tell me more. Tell me something good. Well, that's that song from, what is it? Is that Shaka Khan? Yeah, Rufus and Shaka Khan. Is there a, tell me how you like it or something? I don't know. Why is that coming through? Oh my gosh. That could just be my brain, you guys. That may not even be a channeled message. That just might be my brain just like doing its own thing. I bet. All right, let's see. Tell me about access granted, please. What's going on with Pile 3's person? Tell me more about access granted. Oh, yes. What is this? What is this with the Page of Swords and the access granted? I mean, that's literal online shit. What is going on, and what is this in reference to? What is this in reference to? Holy moly. There's so much, and that might be, your person could have a very, maybe they have a very high profile type of a job, or maybe, you know, whatever it is they do, there's like some kind of clearance involved, like top, what do they call that? Top security, top clearance or something like that. And so there's a lot of ambiguity coming through. It's like like I'm being blocked off from being able to access certain bits of information because it's either high profile is coming up, okay? Your person could be working or involved in some kind of a high profile case. Confidentiality, you know, your person could be dealing with some kind of confidentiality. It's very possible too. I mean, this person might be in the news. They might be, you know, going viral on social media. I'm hearing advocate. The word advocate is coming through. Your person could be fighting some legal battles, but they could be fighting for the rights of somebody, okay? They can be fighting for rights, civil rights, stuff like that. Tell me more about Lost. Why is Lost here? Tell me about Lost. Ooh, yeah, you know. And your person could be losing a case. But again, whatever the case might be going on, or they could have ghosted or blocked off or cut off a Queen of Swords in the reverse energy. This feels like a court case. And it feels very high profile, and that is so specific, okay? If that's not resonating with you guys, again, I don't know if there's I'm picking up on such a specific energy with this pile. I don't know how you might be able to dial this back and make it a little bit more general, right? Let me look, hold on. I mean, whatever the case may be, your person is being very protected, whatever it is they're doing. You know, if it's not like a court case where it's very high profile, your person could just be involved in some kind of work or some kind of a mission, whether it's, you know, 3D work or not. It could be spiritual, right? Where your person is just, they could be very high profile, like in the spirit realm, right? They could be very high profile just in general in terms of, they just draw a lot of attention and a lot of eyes, especially on social media. Your person might have some kind of a social media platform, or there could be social media platforms like talking about your person. If they're not talking about your person, they're talking about something that's related to them or something that they have some influence in, okay? But again, there's very much, oh wow. I just now realized we got the King of Swords in the upright position and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, whatever it is they're working on, I feel like your person has the upper hand because I do feel like there's two opposing forces here, but I feel like, overall in general, your person's on the right side of it, whatever that is, okay? Whatever is happening with your person, there does seem to be some air of publicity or some air of, like there's a public element to it. Like where you could check documents and court records and stuff like that, and they would have some kind of an involvement. It's really strange. Okay, this is such vague energy. And so, just kind of apply it how it might fit to your situation or how it fits with your person. But with ghosted, blocked off, and cut off being clarified by the Queen of Swords in the reverse, if your person is married or separated, they could be kind of going toe-to-toe with that person. It doesn't have to be an ex, or it could just be a third party that they're having some kind of a dispute with that could have made it into a courtroom for some reason, okay? Yeah, and then we got the Five of Wands showing up. Oh, wow. We have the Five of Wands showing up in the upright position, but remember the Five of Wands is in the reverse up here. Your person, it's like, I don't know, it's weird. Because it feels like your person, regardless of what the specifics are, your person is like being divinely helped and divinely guided. They're on the right side of it. Okay. Let's see. If they have any messages for you, pile 3's person, do you have any messages for pile 3? Do one more shuffle. Do you have any messages for pile 3? Oh, that's why they were channeling. Okay. That's what your person, they're in this thing like, I don't want to hear no bad news. Right? Or it could be one of those things. Yeah, no, because I keep hearing, tell me something good. I keep hearing that song, that part of that song. And that's all they want to hear, right? Like they're trying to block out the noise. They don't want to hear nothing about no drama. I'm not sure why though. That could just be part of them trying to maintain their focus and to keep their eyes and their focus on like the task at hand or something, not trying to involve themselves. Now, of course, all these images of like courtrooms and stuff and being sequestered and blah, 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 trying not to be influenced by outside like sources or influences and stuff like that. Again, that's about as general as I can get it, minus the whole, being sequestered, jury duty and stuff like that. Your person could just be overall in this energy of just wanting to block out the noise. They don't want no drama. They don't want to hear no, literally, they're like, tell me something good. If you're going to say anything to me at all, make sure it's good, right? Or try to put a good positive spin on it. Your person may be trying to maintain more of a positive outlook, okay, for some reason on something. What do you want, pile 3? What do you want to tell pile 3? They could have people trying to bring problems to them. They could have people trying to maybe come to them with like issues. Maybe people are trying to have your person help them solve certain things, but for some reason your person's like, they got blinders on and they don't want to hear it. If it's bad news, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. What do you want? What do you want pile 3 to know? Pile 3's person, what messages do you have for pile 3? Yeah, I can't talk to you right now. You know, and that's going to resonate for some of you. And you know what? Your person could be sequestered. They could just be in a thing where it's like, you know, they got to get this done. Maybe they have a deadline they need to reach, or they got to get ready for something, or they literally can't talk for some reason, okay? Let's get a couple more. What do you want pile 3 to know? What do you want pile 3 to know? That's strange. We got you are my future, but it came out with pure manipulation. I'll have to see what the energy is with that. What do you want pile 3 to know? And that's coming right out on top of the King of Swords energy too. And I can't talk to you right now. It's coming out on top of the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Your person is just not in the space. I don't know what kind of conversations y'all might have if they were to reach out, but whatever conversation that is, your person's like, they don't have the space for it. They don't have the mental and the emotional bandwidth for it. They don't, you know, you see what I'm saying? It's like no drama. What do you want pile 3 to know? This kind of goes back and forth. Now it is favoring the part where it says more than just sex to me, but it is kind of the energy of strictly sexual is still there, okay? Let's see. Tell me about you are my future and pure manipulation. What is that about? What is this energy here? They could be doing a lot of this for you, pile 3. That's going to resonate for those of you where maybe you guys are just like on a temporary separation right now, or I don't know. You know, if your person believes in manifestation, if you are manifesting this person, they could also be working on manifesting you, because that's what's coming through with pure manipulation is what is it, the Magician, okay? And then clarifying those combined energies are the Queen of Wands. So they could be working on manifesting a future, but I'm hearing like I'm doing it for us. I'm doing it for us. Tell me more about more than just sex to me. Tell me more about this energy right here. And now we got the King of Wands in the reverse showing up, clarifying more than just sex to me. There's almost kind of like a hold off on that kind of a thing. Like, you know, maybe the dynamic was purely physical, purely sexual, or just it was all, you know, casual, whether there was sex involved or not. And your person's saying like, you know, because it is favoring the side that says more than just sex to me, it's like, yes, the feelings for something more are there, but let's hold off on actually taking it down that road to something. Let's just keep it casual until, you know, maybe things smooth over. Tell me more about the King of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, the Three of Swords. So there's healing. Okay, there's some healing going on. Some healing going on. You know, if it was casual between the two of you, but you know, you could sense and feel, and maybe your person even told you that that there's love there, there's feelings there, right? There's just something, You know, your person is kind of feeling like a mismatch of energy between the two of you. For some of you, it's your person's like they're so busy with whatever they got going on in the background with work, or you know, whatever this mission is, right? Or this case or whatever. It's like they just like they don't have the space for something more than just what's casual right now. But I mean, they are coming through here saying that you are their future, but just not right now, right? With I can't talk to you right now. They don't have the mental or the emotional bandwidth for anything more than casual right now, but they do have a desire and even a vision of a future that they can spend with you, right? For some of you, your person could be watching you through a fake profile. That's a little bit more on the specific side, okay? It doesn't matter if you ghosted them or blocked them or whatever. You know, people, there's so many different ways to get around those things nowadays, right? Let's see, what else? We're going to get 3 cards from the Messengers of the Heart deck. Tell me more. What do you want pile 3 to know? Pile 3's person, what do you want pile 3 to know? We have gossip. All right. There's a lot of gossip that surrounds this relationship that is affecting not only their judgment but their vision too. See, I was picking up on there's some chatter going on that's kind of involving your person. There's your person's name is being brought up about something, or something they're connected to, or something they're involved in, or something like that. Feels a little messy, okay? But again, I feel like your person's on the right side of it. That might be why your person is just kind of like holding off, like they took their hands off of it and they're just like, just let it ride out, just let it ride out. You know, they could be seeking legal counsel about something. That might be why legal is there. Tell me more. What do you want pile 2 or pile 3 to know? And that might be another reason why your person is laying low. They may feel like whatever move they make could be being watched by somebody. They could be being watched very closely, or it's like they're being very careful about what they do and what they say online and in the public eye, because they're very afraid that something that they say might be being taken out of context, okay? Or like on purpose. I mean, yeah, you know, some people can just take something out of context and not understand that they're doing that, but there almost feels like there might be a maliciousness to this, like somebody's almost waiting for your person to trip up or something like that. But again, they're protected. Your person's protected. Tell me something good. Let's see. Pile. What do you want pile 3 to know? Divine Blueprint. This is they're going within to find their higher purpose and discover the meaning of life in this connection. Yeah. Let me get one more though. What do you want pile 3 to know? We got frequency. This says they are aligning to the frequency of love and operating at a high frequency vibration with openness and receiving. Yeah, your person's on the right side of this, whatever this is, okay? And because of that, you know, especially with that King of Swords, there's something about a clear and a clean conscience coming through that your person has. Like whatever people might be trying to say about them, whatever rumors might be going around, whatever stuff other people might be talking or might be trying to take things out of context, or, you know, your person is like, they're trying to hold this space where it's like, I'm fine, I'm good, I have a clear conscience, you know, I didn't do anything wrong. And as long as your person's like just maintains that, You know, it's like they're trying to lay low as much as possible because they're not trying to give somebody more ammunition, right? They're staying on the right side of things. You know, in this situation, you could be teaching your person a lot. They could be, you know, whatever it is they're going through. It's like with flexibility showing up in the reverse. It's like your person is holding their ground. But I feel like they're supposed to. They're needing to. It's like they're standing on business and they got their heels dug in and they're not gonna budge. But I feel like they're not supposed to budge and they're not budging. That's why I keep hearing them say, or this is being said about them, they're on the right side of it. At the bottom of the deck, we see it has slipped away. It says, though they never had you, to them you'll always be the one that got away. They regret the chances they didn't take, okay? Again, just putting that in context of the reading, and you know, your person could see you as the one who got away, but this feels more like they don't want to look at you that way. They don't want you to end up to be the one that got away, but your person is dealing with something right now. They really are dealing with something. I don't know exactly what it is because it's a very general reading. But it's like they got to lay low. They got to keep a low profile, not necessarily hiding out, but they got to be very careful about the things that they do and the things that they say. Because for some reason, I'm feeling like people are out here trying to make your person look bad. Not necessarily feel bad, but look bad, like maybe trying to tarnish their reputation. Not necessarily a witch hunt, but that's kind of the flavor, right? I mean, it could be. I don't know. That's more on the specific side, you guys. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close your guys' reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, do me a favor. Make sure you are smashing the like button for me. That's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you want, and if you haven't already done so, simply by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. In pile 3, I'll see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys.